What the heck is this? All meta decks are banned. Well, we also banned a lot of nasty floodgates. We also banned Maxi. So let's see. Protoss is also banned, which is a big part of Ritual Beast. Let's speed on through this. And we end the turn. So we ended on just the ability to negate and banish once. All right, let's go. Negate and destroy, that is. You have to banish the cost. Another Nibiru. Drew a Swarm, banishing our own Nibiru to come forth. To battle we go, because we want to send this to the graveyard. Now, does this work in the damage step? You have to read, does it negate the activation? It does. Negate the activation, thus it would negate it anyway. But do we want to waste a negate on this? Maybe we could make a play to play around it. Well, we do. The Inheritance will put the Drew Swarm into defense if we summon 2 monsters onto the field at the same time. Got him. Very smart. And with the Drew Swarm stuck on the field, if we are playing Ryzeal, which Ryzeal is banned for today's event, it's going to mess up the X-Ryzeal. X-Ryzeal will not be able to search. We're going to Gaia Pelio, negate and destroy the Doo-Doo Warrior mates. Vanquish Soul with Onomat. What's going on here? This is kind of interesting. As we're now going to turn this into a Typhon. Typhon is going to bounce itself back. Okay. Thank you. Let's hop another one. What the heck are you doing? What is this? Holy moly. Sonic Bird and Senju? Isn't Manju a card that searches for whatever you want? If you want to, do you really play 3 Manju and Sonic Birds and Senjus with it? Back to 2009. I think he joined the wrong event. What the heck is this? As we're going to have current Sky Striker send from the deck, engage. That's right, Sky Striker was allowed in this event because it's not doing too well in tournaments. So this will be the first tournament it could actually maybe win. Engage into our hand, a linkage. Let's speed this up. As we now reinforce our hand, or that's not reinforce. I hate the new reinforcement animation, or I should say the new art, that is, it messes with me. Engage, searching for the Widow Anchor, and just like that, we have Droplet, Widow Anchor. Let's see what we can do. Send you with the Widow Anchor, negate. Not today, mate. We cannot take control of it. We don't have enough spells in grave. That's okay. We're gonna follow up with Ascending Soul. Okay. Not sure what we were gonna do there. As we Ray Rose pop the Ritual Buster. Activate only when a ritual monster is summoned. Okay. Hey, Zinc, I appreciate you playing this deck. If you have any replays of yourself winning, save them. And then maybe I could check them out. That'd be cool, yes? You also have no extra deck. Is this a starter deck? I don't understand. What is this? What does this deck do? I'm really curious. Okay. We're gonna send Summon Kagari. What if he's not even a viewer? This could just be a random person that just clicked on the duel room. All right, linkage into Hayate. Hayate, send the Limit Escape. Send the Hayate for the Shizuku GG. Well done. Another ritual deck, but this time against Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss. Wait, where's Dante? Huh? Okay. We're going to Ash, negate the 1-for-1 effect of summoning from the deck. Not today. I'm not going to pretend to know what his deck does. We're just going to watch. More of the Burning Abyss. Now, Burning Abyss requires you to, if you control a monster that's not Burning Abyss, it gets destroyed. So, our own Nibiru is messing us up. Magic Key unlocking. What the heck does this do? We're going to be tributing off the Betos Buster into a Call by the Grave, Finger, negate the Thubin. Damn. Onda, it was a nice attempt, my friend. It's Unchained. But we can't make any of our Burning Abyss plays. Our own freaking Nibiru is screwing us up. How do we out our Nibiru? We're giving the opponent so many opportunities to come back in this duel. We have the Meteorus Drytron into the Fafnir. Fafnir, send a Drytron from the deck here, and if a Drytron's on the field, we're going to Reborn, and then if this is special summon, search our deck for the Drytron Draconids. Let's Meteonis, Drytron, 2, come forth and summon from the graveyard our Drytron Meteonis Draconids. Now this meaty monster, twice per turn, negate a monster and destroy. 5,000 attack. Reborn back to Alteus, Ben 10 searching for Natasha. As you turn these two into a Robin, Robin on special summon of an opponent's monster, return it back. 2k over the Nibiru. Not enough for game though, but that's okay. You gave them what they wanted. They did not want Nibiru on the field. With Nibiru now gone, did we summon Zeus over the wrong monster? What? Okay. Huh? I don't understand. Why? We summoned Downer, then Zeus over the Fafnir? Is that a misclick? What? Negate the Calcab. If you control no spell and trap card, special summon this card. Negate and destroy. Okay. You have one more where that came from. Buo. Buo is going to get negated and destroyed. Double monster negate and destroy mate. Okay. Now the Buo Dawn's Light's going to further search our deck for a Mutiny in the Sky. Mutiny in the Sky is going to activate to return from the grave to summon an Aerial Eater. That's going to destroy the Graph, which will then send from the deck the Skarm as we now go into a Typhon. Typhon is going to wipe away the Downard Magician. Downard is detaching to do something. What did she do? She does something? I don't even know what she does. Return back the Draconids. If this card bows detach material from this card, that's just like the downside. You have to do that. Okay. Thubin is going to be activating to Reborn itself as we use the Draconids onto the Thubin to reduce its attack to add back to the hand. Alteus, Tribute, Reborn, reveal a Ritual, draw 1. As we now Ritual Summon. I think we're achieving our goal. We're having a back and forth. We're having interesting duels. Let's do it. What the ninja? Set 4 pass. Super Poly has no card in hand. Discard. We're going to be tributing. Oh my Jesus Plue. What the heck is wrong with you? Duplication. Summon from the deck up to 4 levels. And you freaking reboot them. Surely you're not winning in one turn. Mech Knight. Well, he's got 5 cards in all the columns here. Now that you have a set card, we're going to Reborn our Kagero back in the field, plus play the field spell set. With 2 cards in the column, we're going to summon our Mech Knight Purple. We're now going to special summon the Mech Knight Blue for the Gersu here. Orchist is banned, but there is an exception for just Gersu. Galatea is going to... I also allowed Galatea. Galatea and Gersu. Come forth, discard, search in our deck for the World Legacy. So I did make a lot of exceptions. All you gotta do is just ask me for some cards to make exceptions for. Because I wanted the core deck of Orcus to not be allowed. I want the core deck of Snake Eye to not be allowed. Doom Dragon, I would have just allowed. Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme. You what, mate? Summon from the deck of Mech Knight Green. Banish from the grave to Reborn the Galatea Link 1. Further go into an Axis Code Talker. Wow. Who would have thought that Mech Knights would be viable in a different universe of Yu-Gi-Oh? A better universe? Now, it was BS that you read rebooted. I wanted to see more, but what the heck? I banned Foolos, but not Parelia. Okay, all right. Primate Roar, summon from the deck our Loki. Dried Wind should be able to pop. The Mardraim, I think if we gain life, we get to target a card the opponent controls and destroy. This also states that I don't think it has an effect during the opponent's turn. You are going to the Magnolia. When your life points are higher than your opponent, plant monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's quite cool. We also have the Regulus Negates. Let's see. The Impermanence is blocked by your own Baldrake. We're going to summon the Dark End Dragon. Now, we need to enter an open game state to activate the effect of Fusion Summon. FM Production knows that. So we're going to activate the Rosalina to gain life to trigger the Marjoram to wipe it off the field before it Fusion Summons. Or use Dried Winds. Dried Winds it up. Okay, we do use the Marjoram. And Dried Winds. We're going to use both. And that's enough to scoop it up. Interesting. Aroma, winning it. Raid Raptor. Luna, Light. Let's see, let's speed this up. Exceeds into the Utopic monster negates. So 2 monster negates. Can Super Hammy have a chance? Probably not. Now we have Ghost Ogre. We're going to detach 2, then Ogre pop it. What are we activating? Does the Ogre actually stop it? Detach 2, special summon from the deck. The turn you activate this, other monsters cannot attack directly. This does nothing. Okay. But what else would we use it on, right? Come forth into a Spell Negate. Spell Negate, Monster Negate, Monster Negate, Monster Negate. As we Harpy, Feather Duster, Mate, wipe up the back row. Come forth into the Tribute Lanius, special summon, or actually additional normal summon. We're now going to activate the Tribute Lanius. Tribute Lanius is sending a Raid Raptor card from the deck to the graveyard by effect, not cost. He's going to negate and take control. Mate. You gave him room to, yeah. He was going to summon it into the zone, and then he would have had too many monsters. Okay. Let's Machina, redeployment. We're going to be searching our deck for 2 cards. That's a Wishes, mate. Ain't no way. As we're now going to use the Ulcla Spare to send from the deck the Citadel. Citadel does reborn. We have the Gear Frame searching for the Fortress. As we exceed into the Gear Gigan X. With the Gear Gigan X, we're going to be Infinite Track Harvester. What did this accomplish? Let's just be surprised. Now, Soul Exchange should just wipe the floor with him, right? After this resolves, tribute summon a monster, but he'll probably negate. So if we could bait the negate on something else and then follow up, we could win. This is a draw 2. Does not negate draw 2. Let's further link this up into an Anima. Anima's going to suck up the Anger Knuckle. The Regulus is going to negate the Primal Squire, that is. This is the ability to special summon a monster from the deck. No summon for the deck. Anima, give him the good suck. Anger Knuckle's going to be dodging the suck to reborn the Bullet Train back onto the field. And now, we get Soul Exchange. Soul Exchange, tribute 2 monsters on the field. For 2, we summon Erebus. Erebus will then get impermanence, unfortunately, otherwise it would shuffle a card from the field or hand back in the deck. Imperm, negate. Okay. And then we're going to chain Urge and Schedule. While the opponent has more monsters than we do, we could summon up to 2 bodies from the deck. Come forth. As we're now going into the Kaiju. Reveal 3, add to me. Into the Heavenly Squire, summon from the deck. Add the Eidos. Tribute off, come forth. Eidos is here. Eidos and Eidos. Both Eidoses, one reborning, the other searching. We got Zaborg. Banished from the graveyard to reborn. The Prime Monarch, unfortunately, was not able to summon the Zaborg. Citadel is triggering to reborn itself onto the field, and this is going to destroy everything. Raigeki, the entire field. Holy moly. Citadel is nuts. And this is what we need more of Yu-Gi-Oh! Big archetypal boss monsters doing big plays. Do we have any way to additionally summon the Zaborg? We do not. We have the Therion being added back to the hand through the Bullet Train during the end phase. Damn. I love it. Now, let's go to top 4. Top 4, Battle Wasp versus Fluffle? How is this the top 4? We ban all the top tier decks, and we got little insects and fluffy penguins? What the heck? Battle Wasp is going to be a special summon slop deck, I believe so, right? This is going to be ×2 speed. We do have Raigeki, though. Now, I would like to be searching for a special word. If we type in Battle Wasp, and then we semicolon, we got to make sure, we got to spell Battle Wasp correctly. Battle Wasp, and then semicolon, cannot be destroyed. Oh, so there's actually something that cannot be destroyed. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. This will be the protection from Raigeki. What about this card? Banish this card, target an insect. It cannot be destroyed by battle of card effects until the end of this turn. That's only during your own turn. So I guess this is the only thing that will survive the Raigeki. That's going to be an issue. Now, can we negate? Cannot be destroyed is one thing, but what about negate? Negate Raigeki. This can negate? What the heck is this, mate? What is this? Tribute another insect, then target an effect monster, negates. So they have no negates? They can't negate Raigeki. They only have one card that can't be destroyed by card effects. Wait, isn't that unaffected? I thought it was unaffected. I guess it is. Huh. Well, that's a problem. What does this do? Well, this card, your opponent cannot target this card effects, also cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Wait, that's not Battle Wasp the name, it's Bee Trooper. Bee Troop cannot be destroyed. Now we have that, so another card that cannot be destroyed. What about Bee Trooper with the ability to negate? Wait, this is a negate? Do we have that? Your opponent activates a monster effect to negate. So again, still can't negate Raigeki. What about this one? Negate the attack. Holy moly. He does have that card that only negates a monster. So this only turn one. We're supposed, by banning the meta decks, you're supposed to have smaller turn ones. This is insane. Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs a full from top to bottom redo. Just redo the whole game. Or just give every deck the ability to play on the first turn, straight up. It's time for both players to share turn one. Who's with me? That's the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! We need to share turn one. All right, we do have the protection from Raigeki here. You're with me? Thank you. Raigeki, wipe the field. And the only two cards that cannot be destroyed are still here. Well, how do we play through that now? You what, mate? Ain't no way. We're going to be grabbing from the deck of polymerization plus the edge imp chain. Let's polymerize it up. Fusing into the Cruel Whale. Whale, whale, whale. If this card is fusion summoned, you can destroy both one card on each player's field. We're going to negate the edge imp chain. We're not going to even activate the Cruel Whale. At 2600 attack, what do we do with that? We're going to target to boost to then send to the graveyard to summon a dasher. Damn. Turn one is still too good. Whoops. All right. Let's hop in another one. Let's mobilize it up. Sky Striker versus Dragon Maid. The ultimate matchup is here with the new decks. Come forth, 0. As we're now at the 0, going to search our deck. Music is on, right? You hear the music, okay. Widow Anchor search, set 3 and pass. Serenir banishing away the Ray. Now, if you banish their Rose, they can't activate the effect of 0. 0 must summon Rose, not from the hand, not from the banishment. It has to be from the deck or graveyard, and they normally only play one Rose. So with no Rose in the graveyard, we weren't able to banish it, unfortunately, but do keep that in mind. To battle, we're going to force out the activation of 0. Ash negates. Oh my gosh. We don't have Call by the Grave. We don't have Cross Out Designate. We are in huge trouble. We still have Droplet. We still have the Widow Anchor. The entire effect's negated. We don't get to summon nothing. Absolute devastation. Oh, we don't really have a play. We're going to Ball Drake further banish the 0 from the graveyard as we're going to make an Atom. Atom summon a dragon from the deck. What the heck? Widow Anchor negate, mate. Not today. Now, Yusuf does not have a play on the next turn. He can't do anything. He could maybe thrust, but how are we thrusting? Lightning Storm? Oh no, we summon this in attack position. Wipe it out, then pass the turn on just a Droplet. Now, maybe the Shark Cannon could banish a good monster from the graveyard. Hospitality dead. Changeover dead. Is this optimal Yu-Gi-Oh! Where both players have a high chance of bricking on their plays? And this is full power Sky Striker. We made this whole tournament just for Sky Striker to do well, and they're still bricking. Oh my gosh, what else could I do for you? Banish the Serenir to take control here to now go into Camellia. Camellia can't add from the graveyard. We can't send the Engage since that we already have 3 or more spells, has more than 3 spells, that is. We do have Kagari. So very good. Camellia was the way. Ash Blossom, negate. We could triple tactics thrust, but we have to set the card into the back row. Let's further make a Hayate. Hayate, 1500 send from the deck to the grave. We have a Rayan graveyard ready for when the Hayate leaves the field by card effect or battle. We have the Black Goat Laughs, which will prevent the special summon a monster. Shaziku, we need to not have linkage in the graveyard. If there's no linkage in the grave, there is none. We now can search for linkage, use linkage, and go into a 0. Perfect. Let's do it. Toggle on, activate, send it mate. 0 is here. And with the 0, the Rose is still in the deck. So we are in a good spot to get popping. We're going to add an Engage for the very next turn. Very well done. We finally have a play. Now, to stop our play, all you have to do is get rid of our Dragon Maid on the field. Because what we need to do, if you understand playing against Dragon Maid, you're thinking, okay, he's been bricking every turn, he finally has a play, he may be desperate. He needs a Dragon Maid on the one from the field and one from the graveyard. So if you get rid of the one on the field or the graveyard, so if we still had the effect to banish from the grave, that'd be a good play. So just know that this is a game state where we can make a play. Pop this and they lose that game state. He knows. He knows. But Ash negates again. No. Back-to-back Ash on our 0. This is unfreaking believable. Well, very smart. He knows so well that he's going into the Lady Dragon Maid. He's going to declare Lady Dragon Maid, which is now not allowed to be summoned. Well done. And then we have Engage. All right, we're out of Ashes. We can't negate the 0 again, mate. This has to be the end. In fact, we should just win this turn. Ray into 0. Add back the Engage. Let's search our deck for a linkage. To battle we go. Take that fool out. We can't pop it since we searched. Summon Kagari. Kagari is going to add back from Engrave. We have 32 plus a 25 if we add back the linkage, so we didn't have game, but we're going to set up enough disruption where this may as well just be game. We could return multiple cards back. We can negate. Triple disruption, Nibiru. It's crazy how I'm like, it's not the players. It just feels like these decks are really inconsistent or easily disrupted. Ash on 0 is devastating. Dragon Maid's just not drawing any freaking plays. It took multiple turns to finally have something, and it was an obscure play, a 2-card combo. We needed Hospitality plus this. Now, any Dragon Maid smaller monster, which I guess you're going to play 9 of them, is a 1-card combo that does require your normal summon. Please, finish this. Lemnis Gates is going to be returning Engrave back into the deck. Yeah. I'm not going to wait for you to return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 cards back in the graveyard, back in the deck. Just like that, let's go to the grand finale. YouTube, it's time. Oh, the top tier decks have been banned. That's right. We did not ban Sky Strikers here because it's not top. But maybe we have a chance for this to actually win an event. And that was the whole goal of this entire event, actually. And even with that, there's only 1 Sky Striker in the top 4. Yusuf, if you lose this, I swear on me, Mom, we could not have Sky Striker be losing to freaking Praying Mantis, B-Troop, or whatever nonsense this is. We got Lightning Storm and we're going second. Are you ready? Hajime. Battle Wasp is going to be search. Not going to pretend to know what these cards do, and I think learning what they do will just be a waste of my time. Bro, are you going to win with this? Like, that's all you're gonna need. When your opponent activates Linkage, special summon this card, and then any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead, and then Linkage summons nothing? What? You activate this, they chain the Retaliating Sea, Retaliating Sea hits the field, and then nothing gets sent to the graveyard, so you don't even special summon. We have to chain both linkages. We have to chain Linkage to the Retaliating Sea. Uh-oh. We're in big trouble. Wait, Retaliating Sea can't even be summoned. You have too many spots on your field to win with Retaliating Sea. What the? Now, I said I was going to count up the disruptions. I think it'll be more exciting if we just see what happens. Let's just react instead of analyze. Wipe up the back row, negate a monster. This card also negates a monster effect. This card was also going to destroy cards on the field. Very nice. I don't think this card does anything. So at least triple disruption we wiped out with the Lightning Storm. Beautiful. Shark Cannon. I think we're filling the graveyard to get 3 spells so we could engage. Okay. Now, so by chaining Linkage, there'll be 3 spells in the graveyard to draw an additional card, and we'll special summon and search our deck. Huge play. And this is where he would Retaliating Sea for game. Can't do it. Wow. 3 spells in grave. Kagari, we're going to be searching our deck, draw 1. Widow Anchor could take control and steal a monster. Ooh, Lightning Storm again, that's not good. So what you'll do is you activate Linkage, chain Widow Anchor, you'll take, and then send the monster to the graveyard. Add back Engage. What is happening here? What are you doing? If a monster special summoned, you could destroy 2 monsters on the field to then make room for the Retaliating Sea. Oh boy. Negate. But we didn't chain Linkage. If we chained Linkage, then Widow Anchor to take control, then it would have sent to the graveyard if we want to do that. But that's okay. If we take it, we can still make a Zeke. Yeah, sure. Not a big deal. Engage is back. We have to get this out of the monster zone to even be able to use it. So we're going to attack with it. By taking this out, what did we stop? If all face-up monsters control are insect, you can target 2 monsters on the field, including an insect you control, banish them. If all monsters you control are insect. Insect, 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 insect. Why didn't you activate this? I don't understand. Quick effect, target 2, including an insect you control. We didn't want to banish Kagari maybe, or even this. Okay. Main phase 2 Zeke, banish a card in the field. Kagata King is going to negate the Zeke. Zeke, no banish. Okay. Now what? You're going to... Oh my gosh. That's why you didn't activate. If the battle position... Who even knows this card has this effect? It negates and reborns an insect, and now his hard once per turn banish play is on again. Ray is here. Ray is top tier. Draw a card, Harpy Feather Duster. Amatsu. This will negate a 2,000 attack or higher monster on the field, so when this activates a banish, we'll just negate. No, now we won't. Okay, 0. 0 is triggering a search. Otherwise, 0's effect to destroy a card in the field and summon 2. We're not activating that. Add from the grave or add from the deck. Engage, search, and draw. Lemnis Gate. If we return 4 cards in the graveyard, it returns 1 card in the field. If we return 6 cards, it will return 2. So we need 3 Sky Striker Aces and 3 Sky Striker Spell and Traps. We have it. We could return 2 cards, non-target return. Triple Tactics Talent. Draw 2? Heavy Storm Harpy. Wow, we're passing. Okay, yeah, we're gonna chill. So we're gonna destroy a card in the field, non-targeting, and then we could also return 2 cards on the field back to the hand. We could also return back the Zeke, and then Zeke could be resummoned again during the opponent's turn to then banish a card. We got disruption. Ray, reborn back, come back. What is this doing? If this card's banished, you could special summon this card, then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of your banished insects, then inflict 500. We're gonna lose our face down cards? He's got like 10 cards banished. Wait, he's gonna nuke the field? You could special summon, then destroy cards up to the number of banished insects? Non-target destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's destroying 10 cards in the field. You can't even Widow Anchor this. It just pops on summon. Boom. No, Sky Striker can't even win when the top tier decks are banned. You gotta be kidding me. We banned every deck but Sky Striker. I was so upset this can't top a meta weekly, so we ran this event just for Sky Striker to win. Not to top, but to win. I even meticulously ensured that no card they use would be banned in this event. That they would be at full power. Bro, what are we even doing at this point? We're in the end phase. Now there's a retaliating... I thought that this would maybe win the duel. We didn't even need to get countered. To be fair, we're like, I guess kinda, you know, we could trigger Ray. Wow. Unbelievable. Insects just decimated freaking Sky Striker. Sky Striker also opened up a Lightning Storm. She's trying to get banished. She's gonna jump off the field. She can go into a 0/0, could pop a card in the field and summon 2 bodies. There's no way this will be enough. We're gonna lose this turn. Right? This dude's non-target popping the field again. He could wipe up to 10 cards and he's gonna wipe up to 10 cards again. Non-targeting. He doesn't even get destroyed by that. He gets destroyed by something else. Holy shite. Ostrich. What is stopping this deck from being top tier? Is there a consistency issue? Are you playing 10 garnets, 10 bricks? Why is this not a real deck? Damn. Droll and Lancia kills this. No one's playing Lancia anymore. Droll's down to 2. But, you know, Droll's still relevant. Okay. Wow. So he does have a Master 5 deck, but we're going to compare it to the deck he just won the event with. 60 cards, bro. What the hell? So we did ban Max C, and besides that, nothing should be different, right? What did he add instead of 2 Max C? He added Imperm. He took out, so for the Max Cs, he added 3 Imperm, so there was a 3rd card he also took out. Interesting. He also added Crossout Designate. Really? Okay. Do you have Droll to turn? I banned Droll for the event, actually. And then here's the extra deck. Nibiru and Kaiju. I guess there's quite a few differences here. I've made a lot of changes to the insect list over the past few months, but now that Apollo is banned and Droll is semi-limited, I figured it was a good time as any, to really get a list I was happy with. I knew I wanted to play all the Mulcharming monsters, though the ratios changed over time. Oh, we also banned Fualos. 3 Fualos and 2 Max C have been banned from the deck for the tournament. So the ratios change over time, eventually valuable enough to play 3 of each. The other major change I made was incorporating the multiplication of ants. Due to its easy extension, playing around Mulcharming monsters not being once per turn and overall utility, especially in 60. While I did experiment with the Ragnarika, Wisteria of the Woe as a search off the Mantis Monk, I decided that Ragnarika Hunt was still better in matchups against other than Mitsurugi. It did feel not worth it to ensure I ended on a Ragnarika for the trap to be live. Overall, I had a lot of fun, and I think that Insect is only a few good cards away from being a genuine good option for rogue decks. If you like a million-step combo decks, non-linear gameplay, and searching Max C. So here's the thing. The deck searches Max C, and we took away Max C, but you know, Max C is also going to hurt the deck. I would recommend checking out the Battle Wasp channel in Macedo Meta to learn more and try the deck off yourself. Insect best deck. Damn. Nice.